What up, YouTube? Today we're going to show you how to get 12 volts out of your CR250. So the reason you might want 12 volts out of your CR250 is if you want to put a headlight or some sort of computer, electric start to charge your battery, any sort of thing that runs 12 volts. See here I got a Trailtech Voyager computer, and I'm going to make a longer video on how to put this thing on. But today I'm just going to show you how to get 12 volts out of these, and then the longer video will go more in depth about all the other sensors and mounting of this unit. So the easiest way to check if you can do this on your CR250 is if you have the electronic power valve. If you have a mechanical power valve, I'm sorry for you, but you won't be able to get 12 volts out of your bike as easy. You'll have to get a rectifier regulator and tap into the wires coming out of the alternator to be able to make this happen. Alright, first order of business, you got to take off some of this plastics here to get to the electrical. So I know it's a little dirty, but we're after this stuff right here. So this is the rectifier regulator and the condenser up here. So you see these, there's 4 wires coming out of the rectifier regulator. So we got a couple yellow, and we got a green and a red. So according to the wire diagram, green should be negative and red should be positive. Should be 12 volts. So I got this wiring diagram right here on my phone. You can find them. Just look up CR250 wiring diagram. So if we go down here, see the rectifier regulator and condenser, and you can see they're all labeled there. There's that red and the green, and if you trace them, green goes up to the ignition ground, and the red is right there on the bottom, and you can follow it in. You can see at bottom is battery plus, and the third one up is ignition ground. So battery plus, I'm thinking, you know, battery would be 12 volts, so it should be 12 volts. And I think I've heard someone doing this to their bike before, putting a headlight on or whatever, tapping into these wires right here. So we're gonna find out. I got my meter here. I'm gonna hook it up and fire it up and show you guys if there's 12 volts or not. And I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna use a chassis ground, probably like this bolt right here for the ground for this thing, and then just tap into the positive somewhere down in this wiring harness, and then make a nice soldered joint so it's nice and strong, and then heat shrink it so no water can get in there, and then have the wires run up somewhere to get to the unit. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can hear me, but got 14-ish volts. Don't have a good connection here. Let's try that again. Alright, so there's good chassis ground too. And you can see it doesn't really change when I rev it up. So it's good. We're good. Alright, we're gonna find out if I can do any soldering today. We got the soldering. I got this wire hooked up. We got spliced into the red wire, and I got some 16 gauge coming out of there. Just gonna heat up the wire until the solder melts into the wire. So for a ground wire here, whipped up this little thing. We got a little fork connector here, and I'm just gonna go right here on this bolt, and I'm gonna run it up kind of right next to the positive. As a little wiring harness. The reason I use 16 gauge for this stuff is because I might in the future put a headlight on this thing. So I figured 16 would be better than 20, or the stuff for the Trail Tech computer is very small, so I wanted something a little more substantial. That should be good. Run those guys right up next to each other. Alright, so I just did some work off camera here. As you guys can tell, got a little wire harness going on right here. And then if we go up here, you can see I got more of the stuff plugged in. And I got this plug right here. Some bigger wires that goes to the main power for the unit here. So the reason I did this stuff with the more heavy duty 16 gauge, as you can see, there's the negative and the positive. And instead of like this stuff, I don't know, this is like 28 gauge, it's tiny. The reason I did that is because in the future I kind of want to put a headlight on this thing, so I didn't want to tie this stuff directly into the wire harness of the bike and then try and run a bunch of power through it to run a headlight. So that's why I got these bigger wires here, so if I ever want to put a headlight in, I can just chop them and hook that stuff up, and I have enough room to make anything happen here. And I usually do butt connectors and stuff like this, makes it easier. I would have done it down here, but there wasn't quite enough room, and they're not necessarily as secure. But when I was shrinking it, the insulation on this small wire isn't that strong, so it's kind of starting to burn through, so that's why there's some tape on it. So anyway, we got the thing on here, and I checked it is getting some power just by kicking it over. Alright, so that's really about it for getting 12 volts out of your CR250. I'll leave the rest of the wiring up to you, whether you want to put a headlight on or a computer, electric start, whatever it may be. In the future, I'll probably do a video on putting a headlight on this thing. I think it would be pretty cool for some night desert rides. So look forward to that in the future, maybe in the next couple months. So get subscribed if you want to see that, but it doesn't matter to me. Anyway, hope this helps someone who wants to put 12 volts output on their CR250, and or at least hopefully you enjoyed the video, even if you don't need 12 volts out of your CR250. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.